Hi everyone and welcome to the next tutorial video for Cities Skylines. My name's Sam Bur, I'm a fellow Cities Skylines YouTuber, and today I'll be collaborating with Paradox Interactive to talk to you about your pollution issues. Now, we've all been there before, battling with those pesky pollution problems, but when we actually think about it, there's only four main things that we need to look out for: ground pollution, water pollution, and air and noise pollution. So how can we manage these? But just before I get into that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. Okay, so ground pollution. Since it's one of the most annoying, let's talk about it first. Ground pollution mainly comes from your dirty industrial areas and a few other buildings such as the incinerator and the landfill sites. Pollution immediately affects the ground underneath the polluting buildings as well as a small portion of the surrounding areas. And an easy way to manage this is by placing your polluting buildings away from other buildings. Now, if it is a bit closer to something, there needs to be some kind of buffer. So one easy option is placing large groups of trees, as they will reduce the pollution in those surrounding areas. You can also implement the filter industrial waste from the policies tab, which again removes the amount of pollution in the surrounding area. But if you want to try something a little bit different, you can place down some commercial and office zoning in your polluted grounds, simply because they don't mind being in that area. Though you should never ever place your residential zones anywhere near the polluted ground, because your Sims will actually become very ill, and we really don't want that. Now, I should mention that if you remove your polluting buildings, the ground pollution doesn't disappear immediately, so if you are going to build on top of it, you might want to check if it's fully gone. So you might have noticed my industrial areas and the polluted grounds don't really look that polluted. And that's because I use a mod called the No Radioactive Desert. I highly recommend it, so you can go find that on the Cities Skylines workshop and put that in your own city. Water pollution is the next issue we have to look out for, and there are two important things to remember in this case. Firstly, you should avoid placing your water towers in areas containing ground pollution. If you do place a water tower in a polluted area, you'll 100% contaminate your drinking water supply and cause a city-wide health crisis. But why do I feel like some mayors are evil and will do that anyway on purpose? The second thing to look out for is the location of your water pumping and drainage facilities. Obviously, you place these on some kind of water source, but you really need to take note of the water flow direction. A poorly positioned pumping station can end up pumping polluted water back into your drinking supply, which of course will make your Sims very sick. So it's really important to place your drainage pipes downstream away from your pump stations. You can also try out the eco water outlet and treatment facilities, which help purify the water, or you can use the floating garbage collector, which basically cleans up any existing pollution in your water. Opposite to water pollution, we have air pollution. So you've probably noticed those really ugly clouds of smog above your industrial areas. The only solution I have for this is to use a mod called the Clouds and Fog Toggler. So once you've enabled that, basically all it does is removes the image of smog and basically makes your whole city look a lot cleaner. So the final type of pollution I want to talk about is noise pollution. Traffic, industry, commercial zones, and various other buildings cause noise pollution in your city. On roads, a general rule is the heavier the traffic, the heavier the noise is going to be. So it's probably wise not to zone your residential in high traffic areas, as they'll get sick. So each type of vehicle has a noise pollution rating, so the amount of traffic noise is not only dependent on how much traffic is present on the road, but also on what types of vehicles are present. Large trucks will typically create more noise, while electric cars tend to be fairly quiet. You can try out the policies to encourage more electric cars or restrict large vehicles, or you can use biofuel buses which have a lower noise rating than your standard bus. Another great way to reduce your noise pollution issues is simply implementing roads with trees or highways with sound barriers, or you can do what I really love doing, which is placing a whole bunch of trees in your affected area. So that's all from me. I'm Sam Bur. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and keep a lookout for any upcoming tutorials.